who moved to the Bay Area from New York, and that was, that shaped them so much that in our early childhood, that wasn't really the main focus. It was more like, who are you? What do you want to be? And it's this free town where you're kind of like, you grow up and there's all kinds of ethnicities and religions and people, and it's very much a melting pot. So for me, I think one of the beautiful things about religion is that it gives people community and a place where they can identify. For me, in my early years of life, I almost didn't need that. I don't want to be insensitive to that kind of thing, but I kind of grew up and my identity was founded more on family and all community, just that way. And then as we've grown older, my sister went to a Jewish day school, I guess, when she was in 5th or 6th grade. And she came home and she was like, "We're way more Jewish than you guys are telling us." They're just like, "Why are we celebrating this holiday, this holiday?" And I think my parents at that moment kind of had a wake-up call where they're like, "Oh yeah, we should do all that stuff." And from that point on, it was we did high holidays and Shabbat, and to this day, they observe all that stuff much more closely. But in terms of I will say this too, I'm a huge fan of Woody Allen and Mel Brooks, and those things shaped my comedy experience growing up and all that. But for some reason in this generation of comedy, anyone, any ethnicity or any culture, if their whole act is based on that one thing, to me it always feels a little bit limited. I like it. It's funny, but if that's your whole deal, there's a lot of comedians where they're like, "So I'm single," and that's their whole act. "I'm repellent to women, got a small dick." You know what I mean? There's a million comics that are like, white guy says it like this, brother says it like this, and across the board, that's never really interested me, including comedians who are all about Jewish stuff. But I'm not opposed to Jewish humor. I think
and we do have a few examples.
We do.
Rare examples.
I brought a couple of clips of the few times I've done Jewish-related things on the show. Should we do one now?
Let's show the first one.
Can I introduce it? Actually, it's an update, a weekend update feature that got cut. I like to think it's a special treat because no one's seen it before. But I still might do it someday, so don't tell everyone about it. When I auditioned for SNL, I did an impression of Jimmy Fallon. And when I got there, I was desperately trying to figure out a way to get that impression onto the show without it being insulting to him, because he helped us get the job, and he's a friend of mine. So this is what I came up with.
Well, it's the holiday season, which means the Jewish celebration